again. So, today, since everyone is talking about the Carlee Russell thing, I thought we would have a discussion, not necessarily about that. We can talk about her specific situation, but I thought it might be more interesting to discuss why people have such a need for attention, right? So, grab your snacks. Come on, let's chit chat. Let's talk about our opinions and stuff, the stuff nobody pays us for. And see what y'all think. I'm excited to be. I launched my Patreon, so y'all that support me, hit up the Patreon, send in our skin, check me out. I will be uploading videos and such, so to go along with the podcast, so you can see the lady behind the magic. You dig? So let's get into it, friends. Okay, now I do very much understand the like of attention, right? That's pretty obvious. I mean, that's why people always say keeping up with the Joneses. Everybody always has an opinion about everything somebody else is doing all the time. And I think it's because we naturally seek the approval, the attention of other people, whether we got a new car, a new baby, a new tree we planted in the backyard. It doesn't matter. Whatever your thing is, people like to be acknowledged for it, especially if it's something that they're proud of. You know, they want people to see it. They want people to like it, compliment it, all of that. I don't really think that's an unhealthy thing. I mean, I can't really say it's unhealthy because I very much like attention. I don't like it all the time, obviously. But I am a fan of like, ooh, I got my hair different, or, we did this big thing. I don't necessarily need the world to acknowledge it, but I do like it to be acknowledged by people who are important to me, like, girl, that looks good on you, or oh my goodness, y'all had a baby. Like, whatever the thing is, you started a business. I do want to share that, and I like the feedback. And I obviously, I'm like most people, I prefer positive feedback, but I'm grown enough to know that the negative feedback also teaches you a lot of things too. So I listen to the negative also. Like, I'm not a person that's like, oh, I don't want to hear that shit. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? So get that Red Bull in your life. Sponsor me. Just kidding. That would be so great. I just want to say that. I drink so many Red Bulls. If they sponsored your girl, I have wings for the rest of my life. Anyways, I do like attention. Not all the time. Like I said, there are days I don't want nobody to talk to me. I don't want nobody to see me. You know what I'm saying? I wish people didn't even know my name for real some days. Like, dead ass. But, and this is just a set of a petty side note. I have been labeled as the girl next door. Now, I don't know how that came about. I don't really know. But I have always, for a lot of my life, got a lot of attention. A lot of unwanted attention, right? People are attracted to red bones or whatever. So people, they approached me based on my skin complexion or whatever because I had big titties, whatever. But for me, because I didn't necessarily like my skin complexion for a long time, I didn't like that I was a mixed race person. It was very hard for me to adjust. I didn't like being approached and someone's like, oh my God, I love red bones. That shit used to, okay? It used to irritate me so bad because I'm like, I'm more than a red bone. I'd be fine if I was dark. Who you playing with? But I have always gotten a lot of attention, even when I don't want it. So I understand how people who don't get attention, how they think it's this really wonderful thing. But I think it's like what celebrities say when they're like, "Oh yeah, now you don't have any privacy," or like, "Now you can't be unbothered." Like even when I don't want to be bothered, even when I look a mess, even when I don't want to talk, people notice me, people approach me. And because I'm from the South and I went to boarding school and debutante school, I am too customer service like friendly. Like if they say something to me, I'm going to speak back. like, I'm gonna say thank you. I'm gonna give a compliment, especially if they compliment me. That's my personality. That's who I am. If you compliment me, I'm like, oh girl, I like your shoes too. Like, oh, thank you, honey. Like that. Thank you, darling. I appreciate it. And even when I don't want to, it just comes so instinctively. I can't ever turn it off. And I've been accused of being too friendly. And in all reality, that is not like, if I could go out and not speak to anybody, which I guess I could, but it just instinctually comes up, like it's been ingrained in me. So like if somebody opens the door for me, I'm gonna say thank you. If somebody tells me, how are you, I'm gonna say fine, how are you? Like, it just is so instinctive. I can't turn it off. It's a thing I have to work on. We're not gonna talk about it. But I have noticed that like people who don't get that kind of attention, they be pretty willing to get any fucking attention, right? Good or bad. They don't even care. They just want the fucking attention. So when I think about the Carlee Russell thing, I thought to myself, like, at first, let me just say, I thought the girl was kidnapped. So I'm not mad that she didn't get kidnapped, but I'm mad that I went for it. Because when I heard the story, I was like, oh my God, a baby on the side of the road? Yo, they would have got me too. Because ain't no way I could see a baby by theyself anywhere. I mean, anywhere. We could be in the fucking child center and you look like you somewhere you're not supposed to be. Hey. What's going on with this baby? Well, where your mama? Where the person watching you? Like, because bad things happened to me as a kid. So I'm very acutely aware that like, it doesn't take long. All you have to do is not be paying attention for a little bit. Bad things happen. So like, if we're supposed to, God gave us our children, the children of the world, for the older generation to look after and teach them. So you don't have to be my kid for me to instinctually check for you. So when I heard the story and they said there was a baby on the side of the road and she stopped and she got abducted, I was like, oh shit. Oh my God, please nobody have a baby on the side of the road because they're going to get me too. Oh no. I was like, I talked to my kids about it. I talked to my husband about it. I was like, oh shit, they snatched that girl up. They used a baby. So, but, because I'm nosy or whatever. As soon as I heard the story, I started like checking for details, checking. And almost immediately, this shit didn't sound right. But if there was any doubt, when she returned to her home, that was it for me. No kidnappers ever let you go at your house. Okay? Even if you get away, even if they're so nice and they let you go, they ain't letting you go at your goddamn house. Like, what the fuck? This bitch have been watching too many Lifetime movies or something. That don't make no goddamn sense. Ain't no motherfucking way. Then when I heard the fucking press conference about she said they had her and that they was feeding her Cheez-Its, but they had the receipt where she had just bought Cheez-Its the same day. I'm like, girl, they fed you the same snacks. Now stop lying. Stop lying. And then talking about they moved her, but they never tied her up. Let me tell you something. As a person who has actually had an attempted kidnapping on her, that's not how it goes. That they instantly take your vision away by covering your face or something, and they're gonna cover your mouth, and they're gonna tape them hands together. They might not tape the feet. It depends on who you're dealing with. But them hands is getting wrapped. I don't care. In an old shirt, nylon, pantyhose, duct tape, a wire hanger. Nigga, you must don't know. Kidnappers, motherfuckers that plan to take somebody somewhere else they don't want to be, though they got something to tie your ass down with. They gonna restrain you. Who is trying to fight with you not only to get you, but then fight with you later when they get you where they need you at? And they tested her blood. She ain't had no drugs. And says, now, it would have made sense they didn't tie her up if they gave her some drugs. You say you was awake and getting your toenails and shit painted. If you don't stop fucking playing with us. But I think the thing that makes me more sad is like the ripple effect of that, right? Like black girls do go missing a lot. A lot of them are sex trafficked because they're tricked by people on the internet to come meet and we never see them again. A lot of girls between the ages of like 16 to 25. So the fact that to me, it feels like she tested the response system to see what would happen or whatever. And then it blew the fuck up because people was actually paying attention. And then, let me come out. I'm fine. No, girl. Hell fucking no. That is some bullshit. And I honestly believe she did it out of a craving of attention. I don't know whose attention. I don't know what kind of attention, but that's not my point. My point is, it does very much feel like in a society, the society we live in today, that anybody is willing to do pretty much anything for that kind of attention. And it doesn't make sense to me because nobody self validates themselves anymore. Like, I have flaws and I'm insecure about things, and I don't always trust my judgment. All the regular struggles with being a fucking human being. I don't understand how that leads to you need other people's approval all the time. You need other people to validate you all the time. Like, that in and of itself seems exhausting to me. I I can't. I would rather look at myself in the mirror and be like, girl, we are perfect. Yes, we are. Look at her. Don't play with it. But I know I'm not perfect, but like, I can validate myself. I don't I Other validation is nice, but I wake up with me, I go to bed with me. Me can validate me. Like, I and I say that about our society because, like, just think about the trends that blow the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? From the Tide Pods to like the kids choking each other out. Like, there are so many different, like, ratcheted up levels of people just willing to do the most extreme, the most extreme. You got kids who are literally making manifestos and acting out their nightmarish murder fantasies, not because they're broken and had all this traumatic stuff happen to them, because they want to be fucking famous, because they want that attention and validation. Like, it is very scary to me. Like, even this whole BBL curve that has taken off. Everybody got to have a fat ass. None of us can't be regular no more. Everybody got to be the biggest, boldest you ever seen. Like marshmallows on fucking pretzel sticks. Everybody got to have that to feel okay. Listen, I ain't got the most, but what I do got, it'll jiggle a little jaggle, you know what I'm saying? It'll get you there. And it's regular. It's regular. It came with me, you know what I'm saying, from delivery. Like, would I like to have a fatty like I see walking down the street? You damn right. I don't know how I missed the fat ass limb when I was falling out from creation, but damn it, they could have let me hit it 2 times. Bow. So I could have had she could have had ass on hands, you know what I'm saying? But that didn't happen for me. That didn't happen for me. And that's why I have such a pretty face and everything else. Wonderful personality, nice hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm okay with it. I am. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I won't cap, y'all. When I first heard about the BBLs, I looked into it. How much do that cost? Oh, it's reasonable. Maybe we should do that. But I'm scared of getting put to sleep. For real. So the thought of getting put to sleep, it's a no for me. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. So for me, the doctor ain't it. I'm terrified. I can't do it. Whatever the body is, the stretch marks I got, the love handles, the bat wings, your girl is how she is. Take it or leave it. It is what it is. But like, it makes me worried. It makes me worried. Why is everyone so pressed to get the validation of other people? And like, the extremes that people are willing to go to. Like, this had the whole nation captivated, right? We thought this black girl was snatched up. She had a nice car. We thought they baited her with a baby. Come to find out, what, all this was about a man and a breakup and a attention. Like, that to me is crazy. That to me is crazy, because at no point do I need the attention that bad. At no point do I need people to, acknowledge me that bad. Like, at no point am I willing to sacrifice myself, my integrity for attention. Now, I'll say this. I'm a G. So, you know what I'm saying? Big SOS, check in. So, for me, that I have made sacrifices. I have sacrificed my integrity or my respect for other things that I thought were more important, aka my children. Right? I have been in situations where I didn't think I should be there, or I didn't, you know what I'm saying? This wasn't the type of time that I was on, but it made a way when I didn't have a way. And so it was a means to an end. I'm not going to say I regret it. I'm also not going to justify it. My story is my story. My path is my path. Yours is your own. I respect yours, respect mine. You know what I'm saying? It's not where you start, it's where you finish. So for me, it's cool that I made a choice. I made a choice for the better of two bads, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew I was giving up something. I knew that, it could be reflected negatively on me or what I stand for, but it meant more to me to do from me and mine's. And you know what they say, if it's us or them, nigga, it's gonna be us every time. Like, I'm gonna have to do it for mine. I'm gonna have to. I gotta rep for mine. I gotta stand for mine. I gotta go hard for mine. That doesn't always mean that you're the best person in that path, in that pursuit. You know, you're bound to make mistakes. You're bound to do things that you didn't necessarily think you would do, because that's what the situation calls for. You got to boss up. You got to do what you got to do. So when it comes to saying like that, like about integrity, like, I made a choice, right? And I got judged for it. And I got judged not always positively, more negatively. That's cool, because I didn't do it for anyone's approval. I did it for me and mine. But would I do something that would sacrifice like my family and my integrity and my respect for attention? This ain't paying me no money. This not putting me in a better position for my life. This not helping my children, you know what I'm saying, affirm and secure generational wealth and to be better than I ever could be. Like, this is doing nothing but some self-serving satisfaction of, I need people to look at me, see me, tell me I'm great. Well, like, what? Like, that is crazy to me. I know I'm great because I am. I know I'm great because I'm me. I know I'm great because I survived. I know I'm great because I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still pressing. I'm not claiming to be something I'm not. I'm not portraying an image that I'm not. I am me. I am imperfect, but I try every day. You know what I'm saying? I make mistakes, but I learn from them. You know, I've had a lot and I've lost a lot. you know I think that is supposed to be part of a natural human being's journey. That's how you get to the place to be considered older and wiser, because you had life experience, you had ups and downs. Everything you did wasn't 1000%, that you always made a profit, that it always worked out. Like, yeah, I get it, it's some lucky motherfuckers out here, but everybody's gonna face a struggle, whether it's an outward struggle or an inward struggle, family, financial, health. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. As a human being, this life is meant to be hard. I really truly believe that our path in life is to find a way through the hard to the love, to the joy, to the happiness, to the peace, and to live in that love and joy and peace and happiness and strength in a hard world. The world ain't meant to be soft and cupcakes. And I do think that because we started out, giving approval to everybody, participation trophies to everybody, then social media popped where everybody feel like they got an opinion and that everybody needs to be seen and heard, what they eat, what they wear, what they listen to. Like, because of that hamster wheel that took off, now it's everybody seeking approval, from body modifications to, it just doesn't make any sense to me, because then it calls into question, like, where are we going to stop at? Where are we going to stop at? And we're creating a generation of people that feel like if it doesn't happen online and people don't respond to it, that makes you nothing. I could literally never post online ever again. I'm still something. I might not be something to 70 million Instagram followers or TikTokers, but I'm something because I am a Black goddess. What you see before you, this is strength, power, light, intelligence, love, care, perseverance, courage. Like, bruh, what you see before you is a goddess because I live in my truth and my power and my light. I don't need anybody to tell me that. Nobody ever called me a goddess. I called myself that. I did my own research. I did my own enlightenment and pursuit of knowledge. And that's what I decided I would call myself. And I asked other people to address me as such. And I live in it. And every day I try to better live up to that. that I want to be great, and I want to press hard because I want to reflect that on the people around me, because I want to show that it doesn't matter where you started, it matters where you finish. It's not so much about how much is in your bank account, but about the legacy you leave. Who are the people that will have an outpouring of love for you when you leave? Whose lives did you change in your path? Who did you better? Like, that is what is important to me. Yeah, at one point in time, it was the most important to me to have the nicest things all the time, every day. That was, my life was very materialistic. Nice house, nice car, nice clothes, nice food. Like, but then when I didn't have those things, it became very clear to me that the things that gave me the fulfilling joy and love and peace that lasted far beyond purchasing something new or wearing something nice was the love I felt from people who I genuinely showed love to, who I trusted, the people in my life who I encountered. Like, no, to me, it is more about that validation. And you ain't gonna get that on the internet. You're gonna get it from how you live your life, how you go about your day, how you do the deeds that you do on a regular basis. I'm not saying everything you gotta do, you gotta walk around and be a saint. We're human. But I am saying that you should be intentional with your actions. You should be thoughtful with your words. You should put purpose behind the things that you're doing. And you should press on, even when it's hard, even when it doesn't seem like it's going to come. Because even if your end goal was this one thing and you thought this would be the path to get there, guess what? That path might take all kind of dips and turns and lefts and rights and ups and downs, and you can still make it to the goal. Just the path ain't the same. So I feel like the seeking of attention and validation, I think people need to go back to self affirmations for real. Self affirmations, being okay with being somebody to you, to yourself. Because when you live in that, and then you will affect people in a positive way. You will be somebody to a lot of people because you're not out here acting like a pick me. Pick me. Look at me, look at me, look at me. I need you to look at me. I need you to talk to me. I need you to acknowledge. Like, come on. That is crazy. I feel like we are better as that. I feel like we have gotten so consumed in living in a fantasy world, probably from the internet, that, or I just think maybe people just aren't comfortable being just who they are. Just who they are. Be from where you from. Be who you are. You don't have to false claim to be anything. You don't have to portray to be from somewhere else. Just be who you are and be okay with being that. I think everybody thinks they have to be a leader to be somebody. But in order to be a leader, there has to be followers. And that leader is only good as how many followers they have following them, supporting them, uplifting them, helping them reach the goals of leading more people. Like, everybody's need to be the one standing out front. Like, no, my guy, I'm cool. If you're better equipped for the task than me, I'm cool standing behind you in a support capacity. Now, if it's my wheelhouse and it's the thing I'm good at, then you stand behind me. I think what makes people more knowledgeable and more intelligent is understanding that this might not be for you. But you can let the motherfucker who does know all about it, who does have the right set of skills, step up. You can learn from them and then let them lead you. Like that. That's okay too. Everybody learns something from everybody. So there are people who taught you to walk, talk, who taught you math, who taught you to read, who taught you how to do music, who taught you how to play basketball, who taught you how to play chess. Like, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, there's somebody taught you. You didn't come out the womb knowing everything. Okay? So it's crazy to me that all of a sudden we hit teenage or adulthood and we know everything, and we need to be out front all the time. We can't ever take a back row seat to somebody that might be better inclined. I'm not saying you can't have an opinion, and I'm not saying it can't be valid, but you don't got to be the head nigga in charge all the time. It is okay to let someone else who is better equipped lead. You follow and learn, and then if you gain enough knowledge to lead on your own, then do that. Ain't nobody mad at you for that. But trying to lead with no experience, that is the blind leading the blind. Like, it's crazy to me. So yeah, she probably got some stupid idea that, hey, this is a good way for attention. It's a good way to get back at whatever. She did it. It blowed up more than she expected. And now she's in all this, you know what I'm saying? We're going to see how it's work out. But I think it's far beyond just her though. It is an effect of a society that is seeking attention and validation all the time. And to me, I honestly don't understand it. So I'm opening the question to everybody who's listening. If you fuck with me, you know what I'm saying, drop a message, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Leave a comment. Why do you think people are so obsessed with seeking that attention, that validation from everybody else in the world? And why can't they seem to find it within themselves for themselves? You know? So let me know what you think. I love chatting with y'all. Y'all know I love you. Fuck with the Patreon. Listen, share my link. I got my YouTube up and running. Subscribe, watch the videos. I love you. You know what I'm saying? Real niggas do real thing. Holla at your girl. Come back and talk with me anytime. Bye, darling.